Welcome to an hour of power. Each week at this time we join
with Brad Mad Hummers Humble and Arian Two Dads Inga Kirkpatrick
in an hour of inspiration for daily living. Learn how you can pack your life with the power of possibility thinking. Find the answers you've been looking for. Stay tuned. We have good news for you today.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 5 of 9 from 9, the ratings bonanza as far as powerlifting and all things life are concerned. Podcasts.
That's us.
Yes. We have Ron as usual and our dear friend Arian. How are you, Arian?
I'm good. How about you, Brad?
I'm well, thanks. Very well. I've got a gift here. This is from Dylan. Dylan Trop.
The craftsman.
He's the craftsman. Now, feels alright. It's got a bit of grip in the middle. Apparently, this is to roll the old corks out.
Roll the old corks out?
Roll them out of the quads and shit like that.
I thought it was also like, get in there.
You get in as well. So, I'll just be playing with this for the show for a bit, just shafting, because I'm now a shaft pull world record holder, so I can shaft.
Oh.
So I can shaft as much as I like. Talking of world records, Alex had his family and friends come down our way on the weekend.
Certainly did. All round weightlifting Australian
National Championships. Held at the dungeon.
They were.
Can you give? I competed and you competed.
Yes, I did.
And can you give us a rundown? Because I feel your perspective on this is better than mine. Because I feel somewhat biased.
Because
of my world record ability.
Yeah.
So I'll let you do this.
So on Sunday we had. How many was there? 10 competitors? 9?
1,500 competitors.
1,500 competitors. Sorry, I must have missed the most of them. We had some competitors in 2 different flights doing the all-round weightlifting. We started with some cheek curls, moved on to some one-arm snatches.
One-arm dumbbell snatch. Yep.
And then we put the old shaft pull.
What was that actually called?
The 2-inch vertical lift.
We're calling it a shaft pull.
But it's a shaft pull.
And that's what it was. What was the last one?
And then there was the hand and thigh, which is the 1/2-inch deadlift.
Yeah.
With chains.
So like what you see a lot of people from places like Vamp and that doing rack pulls.
Yeah. No, I think they go to 2 inches nowadays.
Yeah. Anytime. Or your commercial gyms. Yeah. Hand and thigh. Christ.
I had a blast. It was a good bit of fun. Nothing was too serious. Everything was pretty relaxed.
Well, I had a good time till I fucked myself.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway.
Well, that's when you're going hard trying to get those world records, I know.
When you're world class, you can't just go easy.
No, I attempted a world record. I did go for the world record.
How'd it go?
It went terribly.
But you had to go.
Yeah, I jumped from 80 to 120. Sorry.
80 to 120.
Yeah, on the shaft pull.
On your shaft pull. Yeah.
Too much of a jump on the shaft pull.
Yeah.
You got small incremental jumps on the shaft pull. As you worked out, you went nice and easily.
Yes.
10, smashing that world record.
World record. I was very happy with that. So we had a female competitor too. Me and Smallsy just came down. Like, I don't know if anyone's heard about this because
I had not heard of it.
She wouldn't have posted up me on Facebook or anything.
That doesn't sound like her.
No, it doesn't sound like her at all. We just came down to have a look see and support Alex. And the King of the Pythons, Dougal, pulled out.
So we had.
That's what she said. And he asked Kiara to do it, and I was like, no, you're not fucking doing it. You got Pro Raw, pull your head in. And the look that I got. Anyone would think I had just got a room full of people and just shot every one of them right in the face. And I was an absolute killer.
You can't stop someone doing all-round weightlifting.
Not when it's all-round weightlifting. I've now found that out.
Yeah.
The prestige of this sport has been shown to me. So I said, look, I can't bear looking at that face anymore. Do it. And then you were doing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to go jack on you and leave you on your own. So I did it. Smallsy wins, right?
Was it all round as well?
Oh, fuck, just look at her Facebook post, she'll tell you. So she's won, she got 2 world records, won the women's section, and 1 overall. And do you think I haven't heard about it?
I'm guessing you might have.
I've heard a couple of times she's mentioned it. Yeah.
So she's giving up powerlifting and going all round weightlifting?
Well, this is the next thing.
Yeah.
The World Championships are on a week after the Perth Cup.
They certainly are.
I'm thinking of doing back-to-back competitions and become a real world champion.
I am wanting to give it a go with myself as well. It's
Yep.
a good bit of fun. It is a 2-day event though.
I don't have the endurance for 2 days.
I don't know if I'll be able to handle that.
Yeah. Takes 2 hands to handle a whopper. I don't think I could handle 2 days of anything physical. It's bad enough getting up and coming to work 2 days in a row. That's pushing me. So, but it was a good bit of fun. Broke up the rigorous training that we've been in for the.
And it was.
Perth Cup
I'd
prep.
never really tried any of those movements before. I attempted just in a bit of a laugh coming into it, like doing one of the single arm dumbbell snatches, which wasn't really correct because it was more of a single arm vertical
Yeah.
lat raise.
Yeah, true. Some of the events were comical and laughable.
Yeah.
The lifting of the weight off the floor, I didn't really think was a great achievement.
The thigh.
Yeah, the hand and thigh lift. I was like, you
Half-inch
just,
deadlift.
yeah, I don't know. Didn't please me.
Yeah, it wasn't rewarding. Like,
Do you know what was rewarding? World record, 1 arm dumbbell snatch. Yeah,
I believe
me.
I opened with a world record, if I'm not mistaken.
You did.
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
And on the shaft pull.
And on the shaft pull.
Yeah.
So you broke world record after world record after world record.
Correct. Back to back to back world records. Furthermore, I've always had good grip, and that just proved it.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Apparently, talking to the hierarchy of all-round weightlifting, this competition is very, very big throughout the United States and the United Kingdom. So, all these seppos and poms that have been, we've just got interrupted by the King of Coke,
The King of Coke.
Sir Alex Griggs.
Thank you.
No, Ashley Griggs, sorry, Alex Griggs. I've got Alex on my mind.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. So, I'm the best in the world. The seppos can't do it. The poms can't do it.
Oh.
Took a couple of Aussies to come along and just go bang bang,
Clean
clean
them up.
So I was pleased with that. And somehow or other, even doing all that, 2 world records, like the heaviest weight, and I come last on their formula.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that worked.
Because I'm not 85.
Not old enough.
No. If you're 80 and you breathe and touch the bar, you win.
Breathe and touch the bar.
Yep. Can't be dead. So, but there you go. For anyone who's around Perth in Belmont,
And 80.
if you're 80, you'll do well. Jim Ambrose, no, he's not 80. Hercules Perryman, he could do it. I don't think you ever met Hercules, did you?
No, I don't.
Oh, Hercules.
I'm guessing he's strong with that name.
He's just old.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy Ambrose isn't young. He'd do really well in it because he's a strong bugger too. Yeah.
Oh, I'd recommend anyone who's interested in training.
It's a bit of fun.
Go and have some fun. It's different. It's a lot of the things like I've never even seen before.
I took the piss hard.
I think we all.
I'm not going to lie. We all fucking mocked everything about it. And then did it and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We all had fun.
Now, what we're doing now is we're going to have some segments each week. So, I'll give you a heads up. I'll give everyone a heads up. Next week we have a segment. This is like when you watch the end of Home and Away and they're like, next time on Home and Away. But next time on 9from9, we're going to be having lookalikes. Yep, lookalikes. But tonight, you know what we're going to do? Gym progress pics.
Gym progress pics?
Progress pics. Now,
What have we got?
the first person we've got a progress pic of, we're going to look at them here, and you guys are going to have them come up on the screen, and you guys see if you can see the advancements in their training. Alright? Now the first one we've got is the current photo of, I don't know how to even describe him. He's very attractive. He's in very good shape.
Most definitely.
Oh, handsome, good shaped lad.
Yep.
He, I believe, would be wealthy, and from what I understand, could be buying a Mercedes tonight.
I believe so. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
That's hopefully that went well for you tonight. It's Daniel Rucci. This is what he looks like now. And for all of those who are interested in what he looked like when he started training, this is what he looked like then. Now,
that's just gold. I love it.
I hope we can leave that on for a little bit so people can just keep staring at it.
It has to.
What I want to know is, he looks like he's been photoshopped into the photo.
The way the breeze is just blowing his hair back, it's just majestic.
Do you think that that's a WRX?
I can't read what's on the side of the...
I just can't read. I'm caught up with his belt. I'm caught up with the hand position between the legs and the casual approach at the camera.
And he's got some kind of bling on his wrist there?
Oh, he has bling,
or
yeah.
Is that just a crease?
No, I think there's bling on the wrist and potentially the finger.
Oh, how do women...
He must have been in the sack every night at this point in time, because of that. And this is that hair that Heidi was talking about. Look at the flowing locks of beautiful dark hair. I am very impressed, Daniel. This is something that you kept from me, and it's hurt my feelings that you did, because this could have changed my life a long time ago. I don't know where to go with this. I'm really pleased. I am really pleased.
You can definitely tell that he's filled out that shirt by now.
That's a small.
That's a small?
Yeah, that's a small. And his pants there are a 28-inch waist. So, yeah, he probably weighed 14, 15 kilos there. And I reckon 9 of that would have been hair. Yep. And I don't know whether he's had rhinoplasty or something, but he looks like his honker's a bit bigger in that. You think?
Oh, you might be right.
Yeah, well, there's nothing about me that's small. I've got a big fat fucking head, a fair honk. And the pout. Is it a pout?
I think he's gone for the blue steel.
Can you please just write something to us on Facebook and tell me, is this actually a modelling shoot? And I believe, from childhood memories, that could be at Mindari Key. I've been to Mindari Key once in my life when I was about 12. But that's what I reckon it is. If I'm fucking right, you can see why I used to be a good cop. Fucking investigator. That is impressive, Daniel. So I am awfully proud of the fact that you've built yourself up to become such a splendid looking, attractive man with the body of a god and the ability to do a 300 kilo Buffalo bar squat.
Very impressive.
You know, it's not to be sneezed at.
He doesn't hold any backyard world records though, from what I understand.
No, I haven't seen any all-round weightlifting world records in your trophy cabinet, mate.
I believe there is a world event coming up though that he could come and get a few.
There's the challenge. Gym owners, Paul would do it. I know Paul would do it, so we don't even need to ask Paul. The fact that Dan probably wouldn't do it, I think is we should do it.
Gym owner versus gym owner?
Yeah.
All-round weightlifting?
All-round weightlifting challenge.
Who's the strongest gym in Western Australia?
I've never Duffalo barred.
Never Duffalo barred?
300 clicks. Duffalo 100.
Yeah, I've done 100 as well.
Now, you know what? We got one more. You ready for the before photo?
Well, I already see it on the screen and I'm not happy.
This is your current after photo of what the man looks like. This is our friend Arian Inga Kirkpatrick here, or Two Dads is affectionately known. Muscular man with the hair in the ponytail and the wafer thin beard. And this one here.
Jesus.
Ta-da. How old were you, Arian?
That was 4 years ago.
4 years?
That was 4 years ago. That was
4 years ago.
Yeah, that's over in Jindabyne. I'd gone for my first.
Where?
Jindabyne in New South Wales snowboarding. I was over there at Perisher.
Jindabyne.
Yeah.
It sounds hippie.
It's the town just below Mount Perisher and Thurbo.
So not Byron Bay.
No.
Okay. Not Nimbin.
No.
All right. Duramine.
No.
What's it called?
Ginderbine.
Duramine. Fuck off, Duramine. So what's happening in the photo?
So we're playing, I think it's called Chase the Ace. It's a drinking game.
Ace Kirkwood.
Ace Kirkwood?
Yeah.
Kirkwood?
Yeah. Big Ace.
Big Ace. Chase the Ace. And they wanted to take a photo of me. I wasn't too happy about it, as you can see from the...
You look very happy. Can I ask you, how many in are you? How many frothies are going down here?
In this game, I did finish a carton of Fat Yaks. And
A carton?
of Fat Yaks. I don't know if you ever drank a Fat Yak, but it's thick.
Oh, I've wrestled a Fat Yak.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was thick. You drank a carton of Fat Yak?
Yep.
Did you stand at the end of it, or were you fucked?
No, it wasn't too bad.
A likely story.
You can ask the general. He was there.
Gennaro was there.
Yeah.
Gennaro Menzel.
I don't know if it was this night, but one of the nights he got blitzed and passed out on the heated floor in the bathroom naked.
He would too. Naked?
Yeah.
Well.
It was one of the other guys walked in the morning, just like, close the door.
Jesus wept. So there you go. We'll take that off. We'll get rid of that.
I will point out my beautiful pedophile mustache that you can just see.
I'm actually concerned, and I don't think kids should be allowed to see that photo. Anyone under 18, don't look at that photo. A bit late now, I suppose. We probably should have given out a disclaimer.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it.
It's too late now.
So there you go. Now, for lookalikes next week, you wait and see what we've got in store.
Oh, I cannot wait.
They are fucking curlers.
You've been keeping this one from me.
I'm keeping it. So we've got some weekly segments coming up. This is how serious we've got at 9from9. That's serious.
Well, we needed to fill the show, so...
Yeah.
We needed to come up with
something. Oh, fuck, we had shit to talk about last week. Jesus. Now, we've got a couple of viewer questions to go through.
We do.
One's a bit jovial, but I think is quite relevant.
And I think we both have experience.
I can give you a full study analysis.
I've done my own.
Yep. And the other one is actually quite a serious one. We'll have a talk about the jovial one first.
Mm-hmm. Is this one from Justin?
No, this is the one from the jovial one. Well, I'm not surprised at who it came from. Dylan Trollope.
He's one of the most respectable members we have here.
He is a very respectable man. Just quietly, he got on the frothies last night.
Yeah, I had a couple of words with him while he was out there trying to...
7 weeks he said it's been since he's had a frothy. You know when he got home?
5 a.m.
5 a.m. on a fucking Wednesday night. Thursday morning.
It's a school night.
A fucking school, mate. 5 a.m. I'd call that a bender.
Yep.
Don't tell his missus, but I think he spent about $4,000 at the cast. Yeah. I don't think Ree watches this. She just likes it and says that she has.
Yeah, watches the first 2 minutes and then closes it.
Yeah. But it's good because we get a view, so that's good.
Get the numbers up.
Now the question was, I believe it's just related to men, because it's testosterone based. Masturbation before training. Thoughts, pros, cons, what would you call it? Experiments. You give me a rundown on what you think about this, Arian, because I'm really eager to see what's going on here.
Well, I remember reading an article 4 years ago.
Was it on the Fat Yaks?
It was not on the Fat Yaks. It was after that.
That's a bonus.
Yeah. And it was about the effect of masturbating and your testosterone levels. So I started experimenting with abstinence, so not having any release for a long period of time.
Well, hang on, what's a long period of time?
I went 6 months.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
How could you walk? Did you ever see the episode of South Park where they had ball cancer?
Yes.
And they bounced around on their testicles? Was that you? Randy Marsh?
It was, yeah.
Fucking wow.
And yeah, I don't know, for me, by the end of it, it just wasn't something I even thought about.
So you lost desire?
I completely shut down my libido. I had no libido by the end of it.
Okay.
But I never had an issue with training. I was still able to go hard, but I was doing more of a bodybuilding style shit then, so it was...
So you weren't really training hard, you were just dieting hard? Because we all know bodybuilders don't train as hard as powerlifters.
No.
I'm just putting it out there. Yeah.
At the time, I thought I was going hard at the gym.
Okay, so you were where you were at that point in time. You were training as hard as you had trained before.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
But coming back off that thing of abstinence, I didn't really notice a big difference. I think it was more just a placebo kind of thing.
Okay, so we've had a 6-month period of no ejaculation. Then, what, did you just have one tug or what?
Oh, there was some stuff that kind of got me a little bit excited. There was.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And then one thing led to another.
But was it a continual thing prior to training? Or you were just back on the bike again?
I was just back on the bike again. So I've never experimented with prior training. I've just experimented with complete abstinence of any release.
Okay. Well, that's intriguing. So you don't think you get any difference?
Like, at the time, I felt like I was more focused, but
without
it. But I never did any kind of testosterone blood levels or anything like that, so I can't say it worked or not. But then I've also, after that period, read a lot more research and watched things where they've said it's the complete opposite.
Okay.
But I've never experimented the other way. Maybe that's something I need to do.
Well, I have.
You have?
Yes. Of course I have. Everybody knows I would have done that. I've got some issues going on, mate. I'll tell you one thing about scientific research is great, but how do you put it? Individual experiences outweigh research, I feel. Because scientific research could tell me one thing, I'm still going to do what the fuck feels better and works better for me. So, you get what I'm saying? It's not a dig at science, because I believe in science.
And especially when it comes down to the human body, I think it's so different per person.
Correct. Yes. We're not all a 3 sets of 12 breed at all.
Well, I didn't get here doing 3
Yeah,
sets
those
of
cannons
3.
didn't just come from, They were worked on, with and without ejaculation.
That's what my arms are saying.
Alright.
Went 6 months without using them.
I had a 2-week test.
2-week test.
Yes.
So not quite the level and length I went to.
No, I couldn't do 6 months. If I don't fucking go in 6 hours, I'm fucking cranky. I am fucking smallsy. 2 or 3 times a day, or I am not worth being around. I'm so angry. Can't help it. And I'm 35. Imagine what I was like. Could you imagine what I would have been like when I was like 19, 20?
I'm surprised you don't have more kids.
I actually got 15 children, and I don't know 13 of them. Okay, let me run you through this. I never stopped fucking. Alright, so if I had a shag that night, whoop-de-fucking do. But I made mine training specific. So I went 2 weeks straight with not bloody jerking the gherkin before I train. So go in, train, have the same pre-workout ritual, post-workout shakes, food, diet didn't change, okay? Monitor my results. Then I had to, but still had a normal sex life and all that sort of stuff. Then I continued the normal sex life, but I wanked every day. I ripped the skin off it right before I go and train, within about probably half an hour. Didn't need chalk, hands were already sticky. So, half an hour before I go out there and train, food the same, sex life the same, nothing else was any different, right? My numbers went through the roof. Absolutely through the roof. And I'm no word of a lie, hand on my heart, telling the truth. Don't look at me like I'm lying.
Skyrocketed?
I wouldn't say skyrocketed. I'll tell you when it was. It was prior to me going to America, and that was probably the strongest I've ever been.
And you put it down solely to the...
No, it wasn't solely due to that. I was having copious amount of steroids. There's no two ways about it. I wasn't going to America to come last. I'm not going to... It doesn't make me heroic. I'm just not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to the beautiful viewers. But none of that changed either. That was constant the whole way through. So...
Well, this goes to the research I have read,
Tell me.
And I think Tiki
Manu.
Yeah, I think he linked us into.
He did.
He linked us
Thank you, Tiki Manu.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Did he say whether he rubs one out before he?
I think he just pointed out the fact that the research in that video stated that it was beneficial.
He does then, because you wouldn't put something that promotes it if he's not.
So you know,
good on you, Tiki.
You know what he's done on the morning before Pasta Cup.
Morning before Pasta Cup. When you see him there, he'll be blushing.
Yeah.
He'll be red.
You know what you've done, Tiki?
We know. We know we're not going to shake your hand. Oh, well, I don't care.
You just bring some alcohol.
Just take an alcohol swab. Yep, I've got plenty at home now that I'm a clean athlete.
Clean athlete?
I don't need to use them.
Look what it did to you.
Look what it did. No, I'm not telling anyone what's happened because they'll think they've fucking got the better of me. Don't show any weakness, Arian. So that was what I had, and that was what you had.
Yep.
And then obviously so Tiki sent in the link. That was for something that was in agreement with like what I'd come up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it was both for women and male. I watched a small section. I didn't get to finish the video.
I've never fingered myself before training.
No, you haven't.
No.
No, I should really give it a go.
There's another test to be done. Well, when you think about it, right? You've just blown out a mountain of light. What's your body going to do straight away?
Usually go to sleep.
Yeah. It's going to make more, you know.
Yeah.
So it's not like you've got a rainwater tank and once it's empty you've got none left. You just keep making more.
I'm not a scientist. I know you.
I am.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to trust
a
you.
Sports scientist, but it's still a fucking scientist.
Would you count sex as sport?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So you're a sex scientist.
I'm a sex scientist.
Heard it first.
There you go. So fuck any other research, I've just given you everything you need in life. Anything else you want to know, just ask me, because I will fucking know.
Yeah. So
are you excited by that? I'm intrigued to see. If anyone else is doing it, don't be a puss. Put up there. Tiki's put his bloody balls on the line. It's obvious. He's doing it. Dylan obviously does it. Clearly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why would you even talk about it? Dirty prick. Jesus. So that's our...
You're not sure you want to touch that rod?
Oh, he gave me that too.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Smells like Club X. That's not good. Jesus wept. Okay, that's one question down.
Yep.
We've got an important one, and I'll read the question.
The serious one.
Okay. Now this was from Justin Terry, our resident pygmy. He
is working up though. He is moving out of that pygmy state.
Oh, we'll see.
He was, I think, 69 kilos last night.
Whoa.
He's getting big. We should be doing a before and after.
We could do a before and after, before he started training and since he's been training, but actually get his birth photo and it still look the same.
Yeah. Same body fat.
Same body weight, same body fat percentage. Sorry, JT. I meant it though. Okay, now, this is the question. It's pretty long-winded. How do people determine if small technique issues are to blame for poor or slow progression rather than it being strength and training? Furthermore, how long would you consider spending testing a change if no obvious improvements occur before you look at tweaking the movement again? He's put in some examples such as hand and foot placement while benching, bar position on the chest, feet width squatting, squat shoes or flat shoes for your squats, deadlift set up for your feet and your hand width. So obviously, yeah, they're technical questions, right? I've got my own opinions on these. So one of the things that I feel is a problem with coaching people right at this point in time is these things and the internet. Because I could get every person in our gym and everybody down at the local bus stop to write an article on powerlifting and the techniques used. And someone will read it, and because we literally believe every single thing that we're told because we're too fucking dumb to know any different, we just believe it. Oh, they said move my feet a quarter of an inch to the right. Okay, that's going to make me squat 1,000.
And what may have worked for whoever read that article may not work for you.
Yes. So I don't think Justin is asking about the techniques as such. He's asking about like how how long are you going to give it before you try something different if it's not working? But like I say, I think that's a problem because people see so many different things and they are not patient enough to push through a plateau or to push through something that's not really a technical issue. It's just the fact that maybe their programming isn't quite correct at this point in time.
Yep.
Maybe their periodisation isn't quite where it should be. They're not tapering their training a certain way. There's so many different variables. I think I don't think there is any small technique issue. I think technique is made up of a lot of big things. I think one part of a technique being wrong is a big thing. So it might be the difference between benching 165 and 170. That's a big thing when you look at the competitiveness of our sport at the moment.
Especially 5 kilo jump on your bench.
Correct. Yeah. So those little things can add up to those small technique issues can be deemed as small numbers on a total, but it could be the difference between first and fifth. You know what I mean? So go for gold.
Always.
So how would you determine if it was a technique thing or if it was a lack of strength or your training program?
I myself, when it came to the training, I did exactly what you explained not to do, and that's read every article there is. And
yeah, but you like fads too.
Yeah, I love them. I absolutely love them.
Yeah. Do your knee wraps up with a skipping rope, apparently.
That's a pro tip.
Don't do it.
Pro tip.
Just out of
the last loop.
Spot. Don't do it.
Put the skipping rope in, fold the thing, pull it through. Easiest wraps you ever
I
done.
will tear the skin off my fingertips out of pure stubbornness before I do that.
Changed my life.
But sorry, continue.
Yeah, so I tried everything. I read articles, read how people were benching when I first started, how people deadlifted, how people squatted, and I tried everything until I found what worked for my body. But it's still coming through to the off season. Once I'm in a prep for a competition, I try and stick with something. I don't try and vary it up during that prep period coming into a comp. It's in the off season where I will start tweaking things if it doesn't feel right, or if I've been sitting with weights going backwards or just plateauing.
Yep.
That's what I do, but I'm not a scientist.
I am.
I know you are.
Now, what about... So would you say that covers you in regards to the time spent on a particular technique?
Yeah.
Like say you're in your off season and you're trying something different with a deadlift technique. How long are you going to give it before you go...
I would try and give it 4 to 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually how long I will run through a variation. That's just because that's what I used to do my old programming on when I did my own programming. Was it would be a 8-week period.
Yep.
Of training, and that's usually what I do, and then assess at the end, going, "Oh, have I?"
8 weeks training is actually probably about right.
8 weeks training.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to go too much longer.
Too much longer.
You'll start having blood sugar issues, possible pancreas shutdown, things like that if the dosage is too high. Yeah.
What about training?
Oh, for training.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point. Okay, I actually agree with certain points that you've got there. However, there are some things that I think that I'll go back to what I've said in a previous show, that get a good fucking coach. Me.
Yeah, just get Brad.
I'll be honest, I'll probably be the best coach on earth. Like, I'm not gonna, it's not even being arrogant, it's just fact. Like, I'm a pretty fucking good coach. You know, I feel like I am.
You ask anyone that he's coaching.
Oh, because if they didn't, they know they'd get fucking shot right between the eyes if they said I wasn't good. Isn't that right, Arian?
Yep.
Now, the benefit that all of you guys have in our gym over me is you've got a coach watching you. Mm-hmm. And I can't watch myself, so I find that very difficult sometimes for my own progression. I mean, look, and then I've got other options that I can utilise in regards to video and all that sort of crap. And I do trust in the other guys that are in the gym to watch. If I say, can you watch for this for me? I know that they're not going to bullshit. geez, the last time someone tried to touch the bar when they were spotting me, they nearly got thrown through the roof. So I know that no one's going to assist me more than they need to or anything like that as well. But in regards to the technical things, I think if you've got a small technical issue, which I think any technical issue is a big issue, and you have a good coach, make the time to sit down and go, can we look at this, right? Go through the whole aspect of the lift.
But I think something Justin also was asking is, how do you determine if it is a technical issue? If it
A good coach will know straight away.
Good coach will know.
It comes, I agree, I follow that up in the how long would you spend. If you were deadlifting, say for example Gennaro was deadlifting sumo,
Yeah.
and I love Gennaro to bits, but I thought it was horrid, and I knew that he would be.
See, I was the one that got him into doing sumo.
I know,
Because
and that's what I don't like you about it.
I understand that, but he was just having so much lower back issues
Yes.
that he was unable to train conventional. So I said, well, take the load off your lower back by going into the sumo.
Yes.
And that's how he started.
That's how he started sumo. So we've got Arian to blame for that.
That's my fault.
Shit.
It was a fad.
So then what we did is I said, no, let's go back to conventional. And he showed me the way that he must have been doing it when you were watching. And his back was so far out of position, his ass was up in the air, and it was just a pull through the back. And I said to him, no, let's readjust, and we repositioned him. So we got his back into a much more upright position, we sat him down further, and he was actually getting some good drive through the floor from his legs. So in that regard, I knew straight away that if he persisted with that, it would work for him. If he had have done it and he couldn't even get into the right spot, what is the point then in trying it for 8 weeks?
Yeah.
I would say if you're going to go from conventional to sumo and try that, you'd probably give that a fair while. Like I would give that 2 to 3 months of trying. It took me to be able to sumo, what was my best conventional was 285. It took me nearly 12 months of doing sumo before I could even come close to standing up with 240. Because of the I had to do it for my back.
Yeah.
I hate it. I fucking hate it. But it's the only way that I can do it and walk. So
That's good.
it's a good persuasive tool to be able to keep walking. So I guess, I've given it that much time, and it's just been persistence. That's all it is. I don't like it. It's not comfortable. I don't want to continue doing it. I don't have the flexibility or mobility. Adam Yates is a very good sumo deadlifter. He gets over the top of the bar beautifully. Like his groin is so far forward that he's literally down, up. Like it's just, that's textbook. So again, you could watch him and go, fuck, I'm not changing that. There's no technical issue. He might just need tweaks. That's all. And you can see by his numbers, they're going up and up and up and up. So he's obviously coached very well.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of these things can be solved by having somebody around you who can guide you the right way and can tell you how long we're going to persist with this for. Righto, let's do this. If it's something that is a minor aspect of the lift, let's just try this for tonight and see how it goes. Then next week we're going to pull something else into it. It's the same way as when we're trying to teach people how to competition bench. First thing I'm going to do is get their hand position and bar path right. Then we'll work out, you're not going to try and teach them then to get the chest to the bar, clench your ass into the bench, get leg drop. If you try and tell someone that all in one go and try and change everything all in one go, they're just going to drop the bar on their face because there's too much information to take in. So,
and that was one of the biggest things, like when I started teaching friends and stuff like that, is I try and just give them all this information and they just fucking crumple.
Yep.
They're just trying to do so many different cues that we find just second nature.
Yes. And that was something that I found hard because I'd been lifting for so long.
Yeah.
And I was doing the same thing. And I'm thinking, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, why can't you understand what I'm saying? And it's not that they didn't understand, it was just too much information to take in one go. So I guess if you've got these technical issues, find somebody to help you fix them. Like I say, a good coach is going to know if it is a strength issue, if it's a programming issue, and they're going to know whether a particular type of bench or squat or dead foot position, they're going to know what's going to work for you if they're worth a pinch of salt. If they look at you and go, well, I'm not too sure, or maybe we might try this, fuck them off and get someone who knows what they're talking about. Obviously we're in WA, so we speak a lot more about stuff over here. we got the best coach in the world because of me.
Yeah.
Like, in the world.
The world.
Yeah. So...
Was it, how many world records do you hold now?
I'm a 2-time backyard world record holder.
Yeah, backyards, but then you also hold...
2-time.
Car flip?
Oh, the car flip with me and Matt. Yes, that was a world record.
How many world records?
Guinness Book of Records. Fuck yeah, 3. Now how you going? 3.
How's that Duffalo bar going?
Yeah. Yep. Get that on the Duffalo bar. Get a VK Commodore on it.
I'm just going to get all reds. Come past the cup now.
I'm not even going to be allowed in the building. Dan, you haven't let me know where I can park my fucking bike either. I'll ride it onto the platform.
Straight through the door.
It's quiet. You won't even hear me.
No.
Yeah, it's quiet.
We don't know when he's leaving.
Nah, it's quiet and it does not shoot flames out of the exhaust.
No,
so everything will be safe.
Haven't melted any of your track.
I won't melt the my tracksuit pants melted on the fucking exhaust. Fuck me, dude. So that's what I think about that. You've got the luxury of having coaches like Daniel and Paul at PTC, Brian Cook. I know Adam's coaching people up there as well. You've got talented people. I mean, even you look at Danny Pessel. So she's coached by Critter, but she's got someone with the experience and talent of Corey Edia helping her on a day-to-day basis.
It's having someone there. Like, you can have these online coaches, but if they're not able to either get a video, and video only does a 2-dimension of what's actually happening through that.
What if you got 3D and you got the glasses on?
Well, then that's problem solved.
Yeah.
Go online coaching.
Then you go to online coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've got,
but if you don't, what you're saying is...
You need someone with knowledge that can watch you lift, because they're going to be able to pick up on these issues.
Because we can turn around and I can guarantee you myself, Daniel, Paul, Henry, Aaron Cullimore from Heavy Duty, we would all have differing opinions on what a good positioning is for your hands on the bar when you bench. We would all have different opinions on what a better squat technique is like. We would all have different opinions on periodisation of training. So it's not to say that, I mean, I'm obviously the best coach out of that whole group because I'm the best in the world.
Of course.
But it's not to say that any of them aren't any better than the other. It's just that we've all got different ideas and different ways that we do things, but we're all very knowledgeable in our area that that experience needs to be utilised. So if you're with someone like that, not only will you have less of those technical issues because you've got someone watching you all the time, when you do have one, it's going to be fixed. It's going to be fixed before it becomes a problem. So, you know, and that comes down to open communication too with your coach.
Yeah.
So we've just changed Kiara's bench technique because she was getting stuck on 95. And there's no way she shouldn't be able to bench 100. So we've just made a small tweak. I remember when Ed Cohen changed my hand position by 1 finger and I added 18 kilos to my bench, or 7.5 kilos in a day. So we've moved her hand position slightly.
Who did it?
Ed Cohen. Goat.
Goat?
Yeah.
No, I never heard of it.
You heard of Kiara?
Kiara? Small?
Yeah.
I think she's changed
Humble.
her name. Humble now, isn't it?
You heard of her?
I've heard of her, yeah.
Famous online presence.
Definitely. I think she's the best all-round weightlifter in Western Australia.
Ever. To live. But yeah, small technical change for her. Already noticed the difference on the first night. So...
How did you bench by getting taught by Ed Cohen? I just have a fucking hard on the whole time.
Yeah, it was hard because we went through squats prior to that. And you know what he said to me? You got to open your groin more, Brad.
Yeah, I can't.
I was like, Ed, fella, you want your eye out or what? Gold ready. I mean, I wouldn't turn for many, but I'd... Oh.
It's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
You can't say no to that.
No. Impressive man.
Mm.
Very well spoken, fella.
I had a brief chat with him at the Arnold Classic.
We're way better friends than what you and him are.
Well, I had 2 words with him.
No, me and him are way closer.
I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
But it just blew me away that when you meet these massive people...
Would you call him an icon?
Icon, yeah.
Oh.
A massive icon. And then they're just so humble and polite and have the time for you.
Humble. Sit down. Be humble. Bitch.
The most humble person in the gym.
Yep.
In the world.
Best humble coach in the world. So hopefully that covers your question in depth. Justin, and I know Ace was wanting to find out a bit of information about this.
Mm-hmm.
Chase the Ace. You know what we should do? We should contact him and we should ring him next week.
Next week?
Yep. Because I saw a lot in the Nationals write-up and podcast and all this shit
Didn't see his
about, you know, Will Crozier and the likes and what Wright did and all that sort of stuff.
Didn't see his name.
I reckon Ace would have gone close to winning by just as much as anybody else in his category.
I think if you look at his numbers, I think he was over 9 times body weight.
Might have got third overall. Haven't heard him mentioned once except us. And fucking cool guy. Really cool guy. I sound like I'm like shocked, like I thought he was a fuckstick. No, he's a really cool dude and had his hair done like a fucking Viking, and I love Vikings. I got Viking blood in me. I'm not actually a Viking now.
Stroke, son.
Yeah. I bought the t-shirt.
Bought the t-shirt.
Viking liftwear. Oh, you've got one on now.
Sponsored.
Yeah, right.
Sponsored.
Shit. So yeah, let's do that. I'll organise it and we'll talk to him next week.
Mm-hmm.
We'll ring him up. We'll ring up, Ace. We'll have a chat to you. You can give us a rundown on what your next comp's going to be.
Call us, maybe.
No, I'll call him maybe.
You call him,
Yeah,
maybe.
I've got his number, so I'll
Ooh.
call him maybe. Yeah. What else do we need to discuss tonight?
Lifter of the month still holds.
Got to stick with Lifter of the Month because we had Lifter of the Week was Big Vlad.
Still.
He's got all of August. He's got it covered.
I don't know, there was someone who took out, there was an 82 kilo world record squat.
Hang on a fucking minute. We're
I
not
think
talking
we-
about that squat.
We're not talking about it?
No, let's.
Yeah.
What federation was that in?
I think it was WRPF. I think so. You'd have to look up.
I'll be honest, I don't know that.
I don't know the federation.
All I know is how the fuck that even got one white light.
How would you feel being Patrick? He was going for that record.
Well, Patrick was touch and go, and at the end of the day, he didn't get it.
No, he didn't get it. He got called.
Yep.
But he was fucking deeper than the other guy who got it.
Oh, fuck. Patrick was sitting on the floor compared to that prick. Now, here we go. We heard about the famous Phil Wild and his amazing handing back of his 400 kilo squat when he didn't get it. And, you know, because that's the, as Henry said, that's the bloke as a whole. Doesn't want to be associated with that. I have my own opinions on that. If you get white lights, you get white lights. It's not your fault if the referees fuck up. In saying that, we've heard about how Phil's such an amazing guy, and it was because it was such a prestigious thing, because it was the third ever 400 kilo squat in Australia. You know, and he's had the respect and the dignity to turn around and go, I don't want that, which I think's fucking bullshit. He got talked into it, I feel. Now, what's this fucking half-wit who did this squat? How the fuck can he look himself in the mirror then? Or is that not as important? Like, why aren't they fucking, why aren't their coaches and federation presidents and all this sort of shit getting on board and getting into them and saying, do you want to be associated with this lift? It's a world record. It's a little bit more important than just the third person to get a particular weight.
Yeah.
I think that's laughable.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I was just like, Jesus.
I'll be honest, that was a fucking disgrace. And whoever those referees are shouldn't be allowed on the platform again. Because either they're all sucking his dick, there's something going on there. I want to know what federation that is so I never have anything to do with them.
Either they weren't watching or there's something else going on.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know two of the referees were Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles. That is for certain.
Guarantee.
Yeah. Yep. And the other one was that fucking bloke out of See No Evil, Hear No Evil. Who was the blind one? Richard Pryor. What a fucking laughable joke. I get really angry about this stuff.
Yeah.
It really bothers me. It's like, you know, that thing with Phil's squat, I think he should have taken it. And I don't think he should have been talked out of it. He shouldn't have had someone in his ear. He shouldn't have even been called about it. At the end of the day, he got the lift. So he got the fucking lift. What are we going to protest every fucking lift now? And then there's talk about no, because it was a prestigious 400 kilo lift. Well, what the fuck does that take away from when someone achieves a 300 kilo lift? They could have worked their whole life for that.
Fucking the effort I put in to get my first 200 kilo.
Exactly.
I worked my ass off to get to that.
To me, I feel like all that is doing is giving the prestige to the heaviest lifters.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it was a 400 kilo squat. That's fucking fantastic. He got the go-ahead. Fucking take it. What's the difference between that and Patrick getting a 300? Like if Patrick got a 300 and then got white lights and then found out it wasn't depth, are we going to turn around and say no? No, that's not fair. What was he going for that day?
He was a 360. Patrick was going 360.
So
I think it was 360.
even if it's 365, 370, at that body weight,
Maybe.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But that is a massive effort. But does that mean less because it's not the next 400? But that's what I don't like about it. Like, the big fuckers aren't the only ones that lift. Everybody does. There you go. Don't hear anything about Ace.
Yeah.
Why? Because he didn't total 1,000.
Because he's a pygmy.
Yep. I think.
Men, what was the first comment Justin got when he was talking about getting into powerlifting?
Man.
Justin, yeah. He was told.
Well, Daniel told him that there was no 67 and a half.
Yeah. The men's weight started.
That's 75s. Yeah. I don't think that's fair. I think if you're 18 years old and you're not 100 kilos, your dad's failed as a father. No offence.
They've got two dads at half of that.
Well, they've got to carry equal blame.
So I should have been 200 kilos.
200 kilos. Shit. So there you go. That's my 2 bombs worth. I probably pissed a few people off at the end there. I don't really give a fuck.
You don't
Just because no one else has the balls to say what's actually true. If you got a fucking issue with it, talk to me. I don't care.
You won't answer his phone.
I won't answer my phone, but I'll be at the Perth Cup. Come and bar me up and have a yarn to me there. Whatever.
Hopefully in your gym shirt, trying to keep up with us.
Poor, unlikely. You don't even have a fucking dungeon shirt on tonight.
I know, it's in the wash.
Jesus. Alright.
Pretty pathetic.
Well, on that note,
You gonna call it?
let's call it. Peace out. See you next week.
See you next week.